In the beginning, 54 billion years ago, there was nothing. And then boom, nothing, which is really something, but it's invisible, it can't be detected with the human eye. For no purpose, no intent whatsoever produced everything that you see. Time, space, matter, all came forth from nothing by random accident. Also, what's so significant about nothing is that it also sustains our existence today. For no reason, no purpose whatsoever. Everything was produced by random accident. Try to wrap your mind around the fact that nothing is actually something, but it is invisible and cannot be detected with the human eye.
Man, is that really how it went? That's kind of unbelievable. Nothing is actually something?
Let's go! Let's go!
What's up, everybody? Jay Wilson here, founder of the Truth Be Told Project. In this video, I'm making a response to some replies I received back from atheists who have accused me of being dishonest because I went by the traditional meaning of the word nothing. Apparently, nothing has been redefined by some atheists, particularly a physicist named Lawrence Krauss tried to redefine the word nothing. And in response to me making a video saying that they believe that something can come from nothing, I have received more kickback that nothing doesn't necessarily mean nothing. If that makes sense. Now, if you're having a hard time wrapping your mind around that fact, it's because it is logically fallacious. Reason being is it's a logical fallacy. Simply put, the logical fallacy that's committed is equivocation. What is equivocation? Equivocation is when you use one word to mean two different things. This typically results in false and misleading conclusions. Atheists have come to my channel and responded to my video to defend a fallacious argument or a fallacious definition that is illogical. I really can't understand why they go so hard to defend indefensible positions. I try to put myself in the position of an atheist and to try to understand how they come to the conclusions that they have, and it really makes no sense to me. But this is typically what I think about when I hear some of their defenses in their arguments.
I am an accident. I am an accident. There's nothing that you could say that could possibly convince me that I am not an accident. I have no meaning. I am purposeless. I am useless as the dog doo-doo that is in my yard. I mean nothing. I'm a nothing but a big glob of cells. I am an accident. Stop trying to convince me that I am not an accident. Stop trying to convince me that I have purpose. Stop trying to convince me that I have meaning. Stop it. It hurts my feelings. The world will be just better if we would all just know that we're accidents and we have no meaning. We're just gumps of goo, essentially. That's all we are. We have no purpose and no meaning. The homicide rate would go down. Murders would go down. If everyone knew that they had no meaning and no value in life. Religion controls everything, and people spend an inordinate amount of time trying to tell people that they have value, that they have meaning and purpose in this life, and that they are loved. We don't want to hear that. We want to embrace the fact that we are natural accident. I'm really tired of you theists trying to convince me that I have meaning. I'm not going to embrace and accept any of your evidence. Because it's not evidence. Science determines what evidence is. And furthermore, I have already convinced myself that I will not be convinced by the evidence that you provide. So please just stop wasting your time trying to convince me that I have meaning and purpose and that I'm not an accident.
Apologies. So they're walking around, they're parroting this definition given by Lawrence Krauss. One atheist explained the definition of nothing, or the multiple meanings of nothing. He says this: broadly speaking, there are three kinds of nothing. Empty space, i.e. a vacuum. Empty space in the lowest possible energy state, or ground state, i.e. what we'd expect after a vacuum collapse if it ever happened. You have space-time and the laws of physics, but nothing for them to work with. And three, there's philosophical nothingness. No universe, no space-time, no governed laws, no nothing. Logical fallacy of equivocation. He then says, I don't rely on these models when I talk about the subject of nothing, because they're not yet widely accepted by the philosophical community. But they do exist, and they have yet to be decisively refuted. And my response to that last statement, well, that's because the statement or the definitions in and of themselves refute themselves. It's self-defeating, it's contradictory, it's logically fallacious. No need to refute or debunk something that refutes and debunks itself. So they make references to something called quantum physics. And I've done my best to simplify after doing research and studying on it. I will try to simplify it the best way I can. Essentially, quantum physics is a mathematical construction that infers that some particles are undetected, and it also shows that particles can pop in and out of existence. Some refer to this theory in order to suggest that because atomic particles can pop in and out of existence, then it is plausible that matter can appear to come from nothing. The only problem with this idea is matter already exists. So we don't know if matter is the product of the particles or the particles are the product of matter. Secondly, they make this claim of empirical evidence. You hear especially Lawrence Krauss refer to empirical evidence. Empirical evidence is something that you can observe. Nobody has observed particles coming together and forming something as big and as complex as the universe that we have. Some are trying to assert that particles can put together a universe, and also from these particles can come time, space, matter, seasons, and all that kind of stuff that exists today by accident. Another thing, Lawrence Krauss, he's probably good at physics, but he sucks when it comes to philosophy, particularly logic. He could use a class or two in logic. Here's a contradictory statement that he makes. He says that he doesn't have belief. Okay, the problem with that, do you believe what you just said? Atheists, I wish they would really stop saying, you believe that there is no God. Stop contradicting yourself. It's self-refuting. Also, he says that philosophy is unnecessary. That in itself is a philosophical statement. Also, in order to utilize the scientific method, you must utilize the tenets of philosophy, specifically epistemology and logic and metaphysics. So My advice to atheists is, if you're going to believe or lack belief, don't defend or try to defend an indefensible position. You guys like to talk a lot about logic and reason, and those conclusions and those arguments are unreasonable and they're illogical, so stop using it. And I sincerely have this question. I do watch a lot of videos on YouTube, particularly of people who believe in God, and I find a lot of atheists there, which tells me that God and things pertaining to God is a huge part of your algorithm. If you don't believe in God, why are you so interested in discussing Him? I don't understand it. I can't wrap my mind around that fact. I don't believe in unicorns and leprechauns and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there may be some people somewhere that believe in unicorns and leprechauns or UFOs or Area 51 and all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to refute or dispute or visit pages and troll pages because I do not believe in that stuff. It does not have any interest for me. If you don't believe in God, why are you willing to discuss unbelief or what you don't believe in so much? I don't understand it. But anyway, my name is Jay Wilson, the founder of the Truth Be Told Project. If you found any value in this video, consider subscribing to the channel. What are your opinions? Is there anything that you would like to add to the discussion? Feel free to make a comment below. And I pray that you have a wonderful day, and I'd like to thank you for watching. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Peace.
Let's go! Let's go!